in the top 3 or number 1 or any category where you're dominating, you seem kind of famous. And therefore, your brand is kind of exciting, and it gives the fact that you're going live at certain times, kind of that event feel. Oh, well, it's limited. I'm only going to get to see that person maybe once a week or twice a week when they're on. Again, event feels, that's great. I mean, everyone gets excited about events. They get excited about things even that aren't events. So you have like Kanye West with his new album coming out, and so he basically makes in an event. So he's basically saying, okay, come to, and I've brought up Atlanta many, many times. Great place for him to decide to do that at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But he goes ahead and makes it an event. So by the time he's simply asking people, hey, go buy my album, he doesn't even have to ask them anymore, because there's been so many events leading up to it that it builds up that momentum. And I feel that Twitch does that for your brand as well. It gives it a little bit of a positive vibe, that's exciting and cool. All right, so number 7, you become more than just someone in distant pictures and videos. And, that's a big thing. It's very important to become real to the people who are subscribing to you. And a lot of the conversation that goes on Twitch is within the chat. So, you as a creator can read what the people are writing in the chat. They can chat with each other, the people who are within the little chat group. But it really, you can answer those people. It really brings out your personality. Like while you're reading the chat, hearing somebody laugh. I mean, even that. Like most people are not going to be posting, videos of them laughing or having a good time on their OnlyFans. It's going to be very like serious. This is, content that I'm selling, for PPV or, people want that too. They want real interaction with someone to see, them smile, to see different things. Yes, they want the kind of content that they're buying, of course, but they want to kind of get to know you as a creator. And I think that Twitch really helps you become closer, less distant, and less just, pictures and videos. Okay, so now tips for OnlyFans Twitch content creators directly from AuroraStarr. So when I spoke with Aurora, she was able to give me a whole bunch of different tips. And what I did was I compiled them myself. So it's a little bit of her words, a little bit of mine, but basically you're getting her advice on how to be successful on Twitch. Okay, so her number 1, and these are in no particular order, but she said, take advantage of smaller niches. So stream on channels that have less creators in them, like hot tub streamers, because it will be easier to get noticed. So that's good advice. As I mentioned, there's a lot of people on Twitch, and there's a lot of people trying to get noticed. So if you can basically be in a category or time, even if you basically stream at a time, maybe that there aren't as many people streaming as well, that might be another thought, there. If you can't, find a particular category that doesn't have hundreds of people in it, look for time periods where maybe there's less people streaming, that you can get yourself up to that top. So if you're able to, when someone clicks on the category and they basically are choosing between, it's similar to a search engine. If you go on a search engine and you make a search, you're basically searching between the top 3. And if the top 3 don't answer your question, then you go and you look at the rest. But very rarely do you go to the second page. Similar here. So if you can dominate a category, or you can at least be in that top 3 or the top 5 of that category, when someone goes in, they're going to click on you. And as I mentioned, they're going to check you out. Now, you always want that opportunity. Some people are going to say, oh no, I'm not interested in that creator. And they're going to click back and not look again. Or maybe they'll later, a week later, they'll say, well, I'm going to give this person another try, because again, they saw you the first time. And I've definitely gone over about marketing, how many different times people have to see you to pay attention to you. So if you're consistently on that list, the top 5, then, even the people who may not have cared for you the first time will say, well, I'll go ahead and give this person a little bit more of a shot. Okay, so number 2, basically she says, high investment can mean a high yield. When you have to spend a decent amount of time and money to provide quality, streaming experience, very few people will make that much effort, allowing you to stand out a lot more. This means you are likely to profit more because there will be a low supply of quality streamers. So what she's saying here is that she invested in higher quality video and audio equipment, a hot tub or pool, which is an investment. And I will say one thing about AuroraStarr's stream, it's very, very clear. The lighting is excellent. Like when you go into it, you feel like it's high production value. And you go into other people's streams and you don't get that. And that's because they either just jumped on and didn't really take the time, or they don't have the experience. Now, Aurora had done Twitch for a year or longer before as a gaming streamer. So she already understood the platform itself. And when she jumped into hot tub streaming, which is what she does primarily, she already kind of had a feel for everything that was going on. And she knew that it might be worth the investment. So if you are able to invest in something, and that could be anything from better lighting to better, video, audio equipment, anything, all those things will make a difference. Okay, and then next she says, invest in your product if you expect people to invest in you. So setting up a good video stream often involves several computers, effective lighting, good sound equipment, and that's before you even add your props, like a hot tub or other equipment. So people will appreciate the extra effort you make to have your stream in HD and high quality. So this is another part of just basically investing before you just jump on to Twitch. So think of Twitch a little bit closer to like TikTok or YouTube, where you're going to see the difference. People are fine with the amateur nature of it. That actually adds some excitement. Those platforms, especially TikTok, if you look too professional on TikTok, it could be a negative. Similar as I've discussed on OnlyFans, like you need to have two different kind of versions of your promos and ad copy. One for people who are looking for a more professional feel, other people who are looking for more of an amateur feel. So you have both of those. But for Twitch, what I'm saying here and what she's saying is that the more you invest, the better you're going to do, because you're going to look better and you're going to be more likely to get that opportunity. And she also invests in, different outfits, their bikinis, and things for her pool. Like all these things add up. Like you remember that this streamer has a big giant banana that's afloat that she is on in the pool. Like that's all going to matter. Like it's going to make it more interesting. You're like, oh, okay, I wonder what, blow up, pool toy that she's going to have today. These sort of things get people to come back and see you again. So a little bit of investment definitely can go a long way. And then also she says most of the people watching Twitch are males, and most of the most popular streamers are male as well. So it is a prospect-rich environment, and one that is welcoming as long as mutual respect is involved. So, what she's saying is that most of the people on Twitch are male, even the streamers. So it's not like, necessarily oversaturated with female creators. But much like any other community, and as I've discussed about Reddit, like Reddit, that you want to go on to Twitch and make sure that you have proper etiquette when you go on to Twitch, and that you're not there, jumping into other people's spaces and making them feel not so comfortable. So I would say what she's saying here is that, it's a prospect-rich area, but be respectful of the people who are in it. Okay, and then next she says, keep to a schedule and stream often. It isn't just about streaming, it's about creating a community as well. If you don't stream often or on a schedule, you'll never get to the point where that community is created. Also, the more you stream, the more likely you are to gain subs on Twitch as well as on OnlyFans. So what she's saying here is keep yourself on a schedule. Make sure that you basically stream consistently. That way people get used to you. They get used to saying, okay, well, this person's going to stream on Wednesday, so I'm going to go ahead and check them out. And as she's saying, the more that you're on there, the more likely you are to actually, sustain momentum and then to gain more fans both on Twitch as well as on OnlyFans. Okay, next she says, your Twitch streams are like a moving advertisement for your OnlyFans without you ever having to push your OnlyFans. So, as I mentioned, when you go on break, you can put up images that include your links. So when you go on break, put up the banner asking your fans to check out your socials. These socials are on a link tree or similar link, and they'll do the rest of the work for you. With Twitch being a safer work platform, it just is one long tease for those who want to see more. So again, you're able to put that out there. You're able to put links there, not necessarily the direct OnlyFans link, but people will figure it out. Go check out my socials. It's also going to build up your socials themselves, which we talk a lot about on the podcast. So you're going to build up your social media if you're constantly pushing, those socials on Twitch to a large audience. Some of those people are going to end up coming on and they're going to follow you on Instagram or on TikTok or on Twitter. All good things. Okay, and then next she says, the honest truth is that it helps to be attractive to succeed on this platform, especially if you're going to do hot tub streaming. So people will pay more attention to your body and your looks on a platform like this. It might not be for everyone who doesn't want to have their body, ogled at all the time. But if you are comfortable with that, then it can be for you. All right, and then lastly, she says, Twitch and OnlyFans combined can make you enough money to make a full-time living from. So if you're able to gain a group of followers and fans on both platforms, it can be a very lucrative job. The more effort you put into your content on both sites, the more likely you are to be successful. So basically, if you're able to be successful on Twitch, that's just adding on to what you're already doing with OnlyFans, which I like a lot. And this is why I wanted to do an episode on this, because they complement each other very well. Even though they might on the surface not seem like they complement each other very well, they really do. All right. So what can be learned from successful Twitch streamers? Okay, so Twitch is not a new concept, but this may be the first time that is being utilized to really grow on a separate platform like OnlyFans. So there are a few fundamentals you can learn from successful streamers on the platform. Okay, so first, make them laugh, make them cry, but make them feel something. So we all have limited time in our day to devote to things. For many people, they are put on Twitch while they are, they're putting on Twitch while they are working or doing some sort of other activity to keep themselves entertained. People tend to be loyal to things and people that make them feel some sort of emotion. So we all have a favorite YouTube channel that we watch consistently, even if we aren't shouting it out to our friends, because that person entertains us in some way. Make sure that you are entertaining and utilizing all your skills and personality when you're on the platform. Okay, next, show up to work consistently. I know this is advice I give on just about every platform, but I have to stress that it's very important when it comes to a streaming platform like Twitch. There are just so many people on there trying to get eyeballs on them. And if you are not too consistent with your streams, fans are just going to move on to the next person. So I remember being amazed when my son introduced me to a gaming streaming on YouTube, just how often the successful creators were posting videos. I could guarantee that if, we looked up a game to watch like Outlast, that Markiplier or Rad Brad would have a video up about it. That's the kind of thinking that you want your fans to have, that they know you'll be on Twitch and you'll have something to say about the latest game or fad out there. I was just always amazed how they seem to have these gaming videos up It's almost before the game came out. I mean, they were just on top of things. So it's like, in my mind, this